So now if I change this value to 45, so now the total length will be 50 mm. Now see here, I have got a error message prompting me to say invalid depth. So the result is that by using this checks option, we can include certain design checks in my part or certain design restrictions in my part, and whenever those restrictions are violated, the software is going to inform me. Now let us see that, for example, if I want to create a family of bolt having different diameters, like the initial diameter is 3 mm. So let us say I want a family of bolt having diameter 6 mm, 9 mm, and so on. So first what we will do, we will first associate the required dimension of this particular part to a Excel table that is called as design table. So we have to go to design table, and here, since we want to create a new design table, I will select create a design table with current parameter values. I will give it some name. Let us say I give it a name as bolt design data. We can give any name. Now click OK. Now here we have to select what parameters I want to include in the Excel table. So I will select this radius parameter only and include it here, and then say OK. Now here the software will ask me to save the table at a desired location. Let us say I save it on desktop. I will say OK. And after this step, the software will give me the option to edit the contents of the Excel table. So here we have to click on edit table. Now here we can see that Excel file has been opened in the background. So here I want to include the new parameters 6, 9, 12 and 15. So all in multiples of 3. Now merely by entering these values are not going to create the configurations. We have to include also a new parameter known as part number here. So what we have to do, just select this particular column, right click and click on insert, and here give the name of the parameter part number. Now make sure when you are typing this particular parameter, you have to type it in this syntax only without space, because if we are providing some space in that condition, there is a chance that you may get an error. So make sure when you are typing this particular parameter, it has to be in this syntax only. So we will name the numbers serially, and now we will save this Excel file and close the Excel sheet. Now here I can see that a new parameter has been added, but at this stage, this particular part number parameter has only been imported from Excel sheet to our design table, but still it has to be associated with our part. So then we have to go to associations, and then here we have to scroll down in the parameters column again and select this property part number. It will appear here. Click on associate and make this property in the topmost column. Then click on apply, or we can also do one thing. For example, if I go to configurations, If I click on, let us say, this second configuration, double click, so we can see now our part is appearing as what are the dimensions present in the second configuration. And here in the relations tree, the contents of the design table had been displayed to configuration number 2. So again, I will double click here on bold design data, and once more we will click here and select the original configuration. Go back to part. Now, one more thing I would like to mention, that suppose if I am selecting any configuration, you can see that the name of the part file is being changed to 3. So this is the difference. So now we will finally save this part, and now in the next stage we will create a catalog based upon the configurations from this particular part to finally create our part library. So when this part is saved, just close the file and go to infrastructure catalog editor, and here in chapter toolbar just go to add part family, select document and select your required part. So this is my part. Then we will click here OK. Now if we click at this particular part family and take a look at preview, we can see that our part is being appearing here. Now here, before going further, just click your part family feature, right click and click on resolve so that all the changes are updated here. Now once it is resolved, then just right click and select edit. Now as we can see here, all the instances which were present in the original part are now being present in this particular catalog. So now I will save this file by a name. Let us say I save it on desktop by the name of Bolt Part Library. And this particular library can be accessed in assembly environment for calling the instances as required in the assembly. So now we will finally close it and we will go to assembly design workbench, and to load the instances, here we have an option of catalog browser. Always remember that this catalog browser only works in assembly environment. So from here we can browse the catalog. So this is my required catalog. Just double click here, all the instances will get loaded. So for example, I want this second instance to be loaded in my assembly. Just double click and it will be loaded here. So in this manner, we can work out with relations and parameters, as we have seen that relations and parameters are very effective tools for creating part families in CATIA. And we have also seen how to associate the dimensions of our part by using a Microsoft Excel design table. If you find this video useful, please like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, feedbacks, or suggestions, you can type your response in the comment box below. Thank you for watching.